Thanks to our sponsor, OneDayDecisions.com, the fastest way to settle and to get paid without court, collections, or credit damage. That's OneDayDecisions.com. Question 1. What's your name?
My name is NateRegier.
Question 2. What's the name of your business?
Business name is NextElement.
Question 3. Describe your business in 1 or 2 or 3 sentences.
Wow, that's a great challenge. I would say we are a global leadership communication training company specializing in building cultures of compassionate accountability.
You want to simplify that a little bit?
I can break it down, but we do leadership training and consulting, and our focus is on communication skills to bring compassion and accountability together.
Okay, and that would be internally, externally, or both? I'm just going on question 3A. Okay, alrighty. Question 4. What is your revenue model? How do you make your money?
We make about 40% of our revenue from direct training, coaching, and consulting services. And another 40% comes from product sales and network fees from a global network of about 100 certified trainers, coaches, and consultants. They use our assessment tools and curriculum. And then the last 20% comes from product sales, like books and online courses, other digital materials.
Cool. Question 5. Are you brick and mortar, online, or both?
Well, we were brick and mortar until 2020, and we got rid of our physical office, and we all work remotely now, but we still do plenty of on-site engagements, usually at client sites or at third-party venues. Good.
Okay, question 6, which is my favorite question. How did you get into this business?
Oh, man. You know, I have been an entrepreneur my whole life, and my wife always used to tell me way back after we were married, she said, you're going to own your own company someday. But I'm actually a recovering clinical psychologist. I got into the field because I was passionate about why people do what they do, and I got my doctorate in clinical psychology, and I was really lucky to have a job at a multi-specialty behavioral health organization. And so I got to try all kinds of different things while I was gaining experience as a clinical psychologist. But this organization had an organizational consulting division with a ropes course, like adventure course. So once I started dabbling in that area, I totally fell in love with coaching, consulting, facilitating, and eventually I became the director of that division and helped grow it into a profit center for the organization. Unfortunately, though, the organization was a nonprofit behavioral health organization, and so our business model kind of outgrew and became incompatible with my organization. So I teamed up with some other like-minded peers, and we started NextElement in 2008 to follow our dreams and keep doing what we were doing.
Terrific. Question 8. If you have one, what's your exit strategy or long-term goal?
I'm curious. Did you skip number 7 on purpose?
No, I skipped number 7 by accident.
Oh, no. Okay,
so
well,
let's go back to number 7. Why would customers choose you over your competition?
Good question. I think there's 3 compelling reasons, and this is what we hear from our customers. The first one is our team has really deep expertise in the science and psychology of behavior change. So we're really able to get deep into why and how people can change. Second compelling reason is that we have really powerful communication and conflict tools that help focus on practical application instead of theory and academics. So a lot of people have heard of all kinds of different theories and models, but our tools are really practical and applied. And I would say the third thing is that we walk the talk. We train interpersonal interaction skills around healthy communication and conflict. So we have to live these principles every single day in every interaction, whether we're online, whether in person, over email, even text. So our clients feel that that difference in the quality of our relationship over time.
So it sounds to me more like, as opposed to this theoretical that a lot of these services offer, you are focused much more on tangibility and results and performance. Yeah?
Absolutely. Yep, you hit it.
Good. Okay, now let's do question 8. If you have one, what's your exit strategy or long-term goal?
Well, the timing is perfect. This is something we've been thinking a lot about lately. Eventually, we'd love to sell our company. And to that end, here's several things that we're doing. One of them is thought leadership. We're really working on raising awareness and acceptance of our core principles and philosophies. Second thing is brand recognition. We're working on tightening up and strengthening the NextElement brand as well as our product brands. For an example, we just recently gained accreditation from the International Coach Federation for one of our conflict programs. So this applies to any of our certified professionals globally who's delivering these materials according to a pretty strict protocol. Automation is another thing we're doing, streamlining and automating as many processes as possible. And this includes building online courses or just other ways to monetize our intellectual property virtually. Next thing is global network, where we continue to grow in our global network of competent professionals that we certify who can sell and deliver high-quality services using our materials and our processes. And finally, the most recent thing we've done is we've joined ISA, which is called the Association for Learning Professionals. And it's an organization of learning and development companies, and they have really helped us take a closer look at financial performance and strategy so that we can start working on the key metrics that really matter and make us more attractive to potential buyers. So those are the things that we're doing in terms of our exit strategy.
Let me kind of throw you a curveball. Question 8A. If you are talking about personal communication and things like that, and you're going really kind of getting your arms around an international type of a presence, do you have a discipline that addresses various cultures and foreign societies, and do they differ?
Great question. Our communication conflict tools, we really have tried to focus on universal core principles that apply across cultures, across industries, across geography. And yes, there are cultural differences in terms of how people embrace the concepts, but we are now in, I think, 5 languages, 11 countries, and we're seeing real universality. So we have a translation process, we have a global infrastructure, and we are addressing those things that make it adaptable but also universal.
Cool. Very, very good. Question 9. What are you doing to increase your business?
Well, a lot of what I mentioned before in terms of our exit strategy is that's what it's all about. A lot of that is helping drive leads. We're also we really like LinkedIn Sales Navigator, and we have partnered with a company that's really helping us with strategy there about building leads and really communicating, connecting with leads and building real relationships that way. We also do free biweekly webinars focused on leadership, and that attracts a lot of people that we start to get introduced to our concepts. We're big into SEO on our website and helping to drive the right kind of traffic. I write a weekly blog, I do a podcast, and I also do a lot of public publishing and industry publications. So those are all things that are bringing in higher quality leads that start that conversation.
Cool. Question 10. How do you measure your marketing success?
It's pretty simple for us. It's a number of quality leads that convert into book business that advances our mission. Let me say that again. It's a number of quality leads that convert into book business that advances our mission. So it's possible for us to get low quality leads, or we can convert and book business that doesn't really advance our mission. But all 3 of those we feel is success for marketing. And the lead time for that kind of business varies depending on the product or service being sold. It can be something as simple as an instant purchase online to a 3-year lead cycle on a really large culture change project. That's how we measure our success.
Okay, question 11. It can be yes or no. Are you profitable?
We are, and we have been profitable in 11 out of the 13 years since we started our company in 2008.
Nice.
21 was our best year ever after a big hit in Q2 of 20, in COVID. But we were surprised how fast we rebounded, and 22 is on track to surpass last year.
Well, question 12. How many employees do you have?
We have 5 employees, only 5.
Good. Keep it lean. I imagine the rest are contractors outsourcing?
They're not. We don't have any 1099s. We have, all of them are certified professionals that own their own businesses and are licensed by us, but we don't have any contractors.
Does someone owe you money?
Do you owe someone money?
Nobody wins in court.
And everyone hates collections.
You lose time and money for missing work.
Be smart. Go online.
Get the matter settled now at onedaydecisions.com.
You fill out a form, they fill out a form.
One Day Decisions does the rest. The matter gets settled fast, and you're done. No court.
No collections.
No lawyers.
No credit damage.
No legal bills.
No staring down the other guy in court.
You could get started for free.
And you can pay what you owe on a credit card.
They get their money, you get on with your life.
And it's over. Done. Anywhere in the country.
This isn't mediation.
This isn't arbitration.
This isn't court. This is getting it settled so you both can move on with your lives.
Get it done. Get it over with.
In as little as 1 day.
One Day Decisions, the fastest way to settle without court, collections, or credit damage.
The next two sides of the same coin. Question 13. What's been the best decision you've made so far?
I don't know how to rank these, but there's two. Probably the top one is getting crystal clear about our mission, vision, and strategy. We started that process in 2019 and having no idea what was going to come, and this really was our North Star during COVID and beyond. And then also just the belt-tightening and efficiencies that was forced by COVID. We were forced to like a lot of companies, we were forced to let go of a lot of assumptions about how our business needed to run. So that, coupled with getting crystal clear about our mission, has really been the best decisions we've made.
Okay. And then question 14. What's been the worst decision you've made so far?
Oh, man. The worst decision we've made so far, I think, is investing in fancy branding and marketing without an equal attention to sales and without understanding sales better. We've come to learn that you can't create a brand. You have to earn it. And brand is truly a lagging indicator of the quality of your culture. So we invested a lot in fancy branding and thinking that, just the right wording or the right imagery or the right phrases were somehow going to create this brand that was going to drive sales. And that's just not true. And it took us about 2 to 3 years we got into a pretty big hole during a few years of that, and it's taken us probably 5 years to dig ourselves out of that and get refocused and balanced.
Interesting. All righty. That brings us to question 15. Is there anything we skipped, anything you'd like to add that you think our listeners would benefit from hearing?
Yeah, I can't overemphasize how important it is to be clear about what is your unique contribution to the world and how are you going to do that, and then stay focused on that. Seth Godin is one of my favorite marketers and bloggers, and I like what he said. He said, if you aren't clear about the change you want to make in the world and how you will do this, you're an amateur. And I don't think he says that meaning it's an insult. It just means you're not a professional until you are very clear about that. And so every day we strive to be professionals, which means we are crystal clear about the change we want to make, and we consistently show up as our best possible version of ourselves to do this with compassion, trying to make a difference in the world. And that's really what it is about for us, and we try to stay focused on that every single day.
Cool. All righty. So one more time, nice and slow, so everybody gets it. Give me the name of the business, the URL for more information, and any other contact or special information you have for them. Sure.
Our company is NextElement, and you can find us at next-element.com. And that's next-element.com. And I would draw attention to two. We've just created 2 free online mini courses where people can experience and try out the fundamental principles of our framework for compassionate accountability. And it's really quick. It's easy. We've partnered with an online learning platform called Flip Training, and you can find information about that right away at our website. So next-element.com.
And there's a link for the free trial stuff, right?
Yep, it's right there front and center.
Terrific, terrific. Thank you so much for your time today. I appreciate it. If you'd like to plug your business on the BizCall podcast, simply visit thebizcall.com and fill out the form. If you become a guest, you'll receive a free lifetime membership to the BizCall discussion and networking list. If you're too shy, you can still join the BizCall list at thebizcall.com.